Forget everything you knew about Capricorns. They're not who they say they are, especially in relationships. You really should hear the truth and love this sign even more. Forget everything you knew about Capricorns. If you think Capricorn is cold, too serious, or married to work, I need you to pause right now because that's the mask they let the world believe. The truth is almost unfair. Capricorn is one of the most emotionally intense signs. They just refuse to bleed in public. And in relationships, they're not who they say they are. They're deeper, softer, wilder, more loyal than logic. And once you understand how they love, you'll never mistake their silence for emptiness again. The real Capricorn in life and love. Capricorn is the sign of quiet power, controlled, strategic, and painfully honest with themselves. They don't dream the way other signs do. They build dreams into something that can survive weather, time, and doubt. In life, Capricorn often looks like the adult in the room even when they're still young. They learn early that being reliable makes the world safer. They also learn that showing too much emotion can invite chaos, so they become masters of self-control. But here's what most people miss. Self-control is not the same as lack of feeling. Capricorn feels deeply. They just don't waste feelings on people who haven't earned them. Capricorn children are surprisingly observant. They notice tone, patterns, who keeps promises and who performs love but disappears when it's inconvenient. Many Capricorn kids act mature because they can sense responsibility like gravity. They're often the child who tries to be good, who hates disappointing adults, who holds their tears until the bathroom door closes. They may not ask for comfort loudly, but they remember forever who offered it quietly. Capricorn friends are not the loudest in the group. They're the ones who show up. The one who will drive across town at a M without posting about it. The one who remembers your goals and checks on your progress like a coach with a warm heart. Capricorn friendship can feel like stability itself until you realize that under their calm is an intense protective instinct. They don't hand out trust like candy. They study people. They watch how you treat the waiter, how you speak about your ex, how you act when nobody is impressed. And once you're in, Capricorn becomes the kind of friend who would rather lose sleep than lose you. Now Capricorn in relationships is where the myth breaks completely. Capricorn doesn't fall in love in a dramatic way. They fall in love like a lock clicking into place. Slowly, carefully, irrevocably. They may flirt with restraint, test with logic, and talk about timing or being realistic. But what they're actually doing is checking one thing. Are you safe? Not just physically, emotionally, mentally, long term. Capricorn's heart doesn't fear love. It fears choosing wrong and paying for it for years. How quickly Capricorn trusts, says I love you, and proposes. Capricorn trust is earned in layers. First layer, fast. They trust your behavior. If you're consistent, respectful, and don't play games, Capricorn relaxes a little. Second layer, slower. They trust your intentions. Do you mean what you say when it's inconvenient? Do you still show up when you're tired, stressed, or not getting immediate reward? Third layer, rare. They trust you with their soft spots, fear of failure, fear of not being enough, fear that love can vanish without warning. So how fast do they trust a partner? If you're steady and genuine, they can begin trusting within weeks, but real emotional trust often takes months. With Capricorn, time is not hesitation. Time is devotion in preparation. How quickly do they say I love you? Capricorn rarely blurts it out just because the moment is romantic. They say it when they're certain it's true, and when they say it, it carries weight. Some Capricorns say it in 2-3 months if the connection is clean and safe. Others take 6 months or longer, not because they don't feel it, but because they refuse to use sacred words casually. And proposing? Capricorn is the sign most likely to propose when they've already made the decision internally and built the future in their head. Sometimes that takes a year, sometimes it's 2. But here's the secret. Once they truly decide, Capricorn can move shockingly fast because they're not impulsive, they're resolved. Their proposal isn't a question, it's a promise with a plan. The truth Capricorn hides in plain sight. Capricorn pretends they're fine because they don't want to burden anyone. They pretend they don't need reassurance because they're afraid of needing it too much. They pretend they're tough because softness once cost them something. In relationships, Capricorn often looks like they're in control, but what they're actually doing is trying to protect the bond from instability. They'll manage logistics, plan dates, handle problems before you even know they exist. They'll try to be strong for both of you. And that's where people misunderstand them. Capricorn love language is often responsibility. They fix your chaos. They remember what matters to you. They invest, they build, they listen with their actions. But deep inside, Capricorn wants something very simple, almost childlike. Choose me consistently. Don't make me beg for safety. If you can offer emotional steadiness, Capricorn becomes breathtakingly tender. The Capricorn paradox: hard shell, soft core, secret fire. Capricorn can be shy with affection in the beginning. They might not text heart emojis. They might not flood you with compliments. But watch what they do. They check if you ate. They remember your schedule. They protect your reputation. They quietly include you in their future decisions. And then, one day, you notice the shift. Their eyes stay on you a little longer. Their hand finds yours more often. Their voice softens when they say your name. Because Capricorn doesn't perform love. Capricorn reveals love. And here's the part nobody tells you. When Capricorn finally feels safe, they become playful, mischievous, surprisingly romantic, even a little addicted to you. They can turn into the partner who kisses your forehead like a ritual, who gets possessive in subtle ways, who wants to be your home and also your greatest adventure. But there's one last test Capricorn runs often without realizing it before they fully surrender. There's a moment with Capricorn that feels almost invisible, so subtle you could miss it and think nothing changed. But it's the exact moment they decide you're not just a chapter, you're a home. It usually happens after something real, a stressful week, a misunderstanding, a family issue, a quiet disappointment. Capricorn watches what you do when romance isn't cinematic. Do you stay kind when you're tired? Do you communicate instead of punishing? Do you keep your promises when nobody is clapping? And if you pass that moment, Capricorn's love stops being cautious and becomes inevitable. The moment Capricorn commits for real. Capricorn commits when they realize they don't have to carry everything alone anymore. You'll see it in small signs. They stop checking you and start including you. They ask your opinion on decisions that actually matter. They share worries they normally swallow. They let you see them unprepared, messy, human without apologizing for it. A committed Capricorn doesn't just say, "I want you." They start acting like the future already exists. They'll talk about schedules, vacations, moving, finances, routines, yes, practical things, because to Capricorn, practicality is romance. It means, I'm making space for you in the real world, not just in my feelings. The biggest mistake people make with Capricorn: they assume Capricorn doesn't need reassurance. Capricorn looks confident because they're disciplined, but emotionally, they can be sensitive in a very specific way. They fear being taken for granted. They fear building something with someone who doesn't value it. They fear investing their heart in a person who's still figuring it out. So if you want to love Capricorn correctly, never mock their seriousness. Never call them boring because they prefer stability over chaos. Capricorn isn't boring. Capricorn is deep. They don't chase fireworks, they build a fire that lasts. The fastest way to lose them? Playing hot and cold, testing them, weaponizing silence, flirting to make them jealous, acting unreliable and calling it freedom. Capricorn will not beg. They will not chase a person who confuses love with drama. They'll quietly detach, and you'll only realize it when they're already emotionally gone. How Capricorn acts when they're jealous and why it's so easy to miss. Capricorn jealousy is rarely loud. It's controlled, strategic, and terrifyingly calm. They won't scream. They won't throw scenes. They'll do things like get quieter, become extra polite, observe everything, ask one casual question that feels harmless but hits the exact target. Capricorn jealousy often shows up as a sudden urge to tighten the structure of the relationship. They want clarity, labels, boundaries, a direct conversation. Not because they want control, because they want certainty. If Capricorn is jealous, it usually means they care deeply because they don't get possessive about people they don't value. And here's the soft secret: underneath jealousy is fear. Not fear that you'll be stolen. Capricorn doesn't think like that. It's fear that they misread you, that they trusted too soon, that they were building alone. Capricorn's secret: tenderness. What they do when they truly love you. When Capricorn loves you, they become your quiet guardian. They will defend you without announcing it, plan your comfort without asking for praise, notice your mood shifts before you name them, make you feel safe in practical ways, then surprise you with emotional depth. Capricorn love is often expressed through protection. Did you get home? Do you need help with that? I handled it. I've got you. And yes, Capricorn can be extremely romantic, but they do it in private. They don't like performative love. They like real love, the kind nobody sees but you feel every day. The Capricorn truth about intimacy and passion, the side that shocks people. Let's say it plainly. Capricorn is not cold. Capricorn is contained. They don't flirt like a player. They flirt like a promise. They don't seduce with chaos. They seduce with presence. Once Capricorn feels emotionally safe, their passion becomes intense, focused, loyal, and surprisingly adventurous. They can be the partner who seems composed all day, then pulls you close like they've been thinking about it for hours. Capricorn intimacy is often connected to trust. The more emotionally secure they feel, the more they reveal playfulness, boldness, desire, devotion that borders on obsession, the good kind. And if you've only seen Capricorn in professional mode, you might not believe what they're like in love. That's the point. They don't show everyone the same person. Why Capricorn tests you and how to pass without losing yourself. Capricorn tests without meaning to. It's not a game, it's a survival skill. They test consistency, maturity, loyalty, your relationship with responsibility, whether you keep your word, how to pass, be steady, communicate clearly, don't disappear when things get real, apologize when you're wrong, show love in repeatable ways. Capricorn doesn't need perfect. Capricorn needs real. What Capricorn needs but rarely asks for. This is the part that changes everything. Capricorn needs to be chosen out loud, not constantly, not dramatically, but clearly. They need a partner who can say, I'm here, I'm not going anywhere, we'll handle this together. You don't have to be strong all the time, because Capricorn has spent a lifetime being the dependable one. When you become the person who makes them feel emotionally held, Capricorn becomes the softest kind of powerful love, the kind that builds a life, not just a moment. The final reveal. Why you should love Capricorn even more. Capricorn doesn't love to be entertained. Capricorn loves to be understood. They're not distant, they're careful. They're not cold, they're private. They're not hard, they're disciplined. They're not emotionless, they're loyal enough to protect their heart until they know it's safe. And when they finally give you that heart, it's not half. It's not maybe. It's not temporary. It's the kind of love that stays, the kind that grows. So yes, forget everything you knew about Capricorns. They're not who they say they are. They're better.